if you're telepathic, you already know what the topic is, or if you read the title. We're talking about Carrie, Brian De Palma's 1976 film version of Stephen King's novel.
Neither of us had seen it before, so this was new for us.
We're drinking a pineapple black tea. I had actually never seen Carrie before.
But, so it seemed like a really perfect one for us to watch together for this. And, like, I had never really been that interested in seeing Carrie before, because, again, scary. But when you described it as that you had heard it was more like a superhero origin story, I was immediately intrigued, like, how a horror film could be that, too. Not that I just love origin stories.
That's my interpretation of this film.
Yeah, it really is.
Because otherwise it's too sad.
Because this is another one where I mean, I don't know if this is a universal thing, but I have to think that it's universal for women, is that you're rooting for the monster. You're rooting for Carrie.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's such a beautiful wish fulfillment. Like, who among us has not been bullied at some point in high school in some way? What if you actually had telekinetic powers and could unleash them on your bullies? Maybe you shouldn't murder them, but...
You know, I don't think she started with murder.
No.
So, and really, she didn't murder anyone but her mom?
I mean, she straight up, like, flips the car of the people that are coming to run her over.
To run her over. That's self-defense.
Yeah. But, I mean, this is a story about, and it was especially clear to me after watching The Witch, that this is a story about the power of teenage girls. How they have this power inside of them, and as a teenage girl, I felt that. And it's scary when it's happening to you, and people outside see it as very dangerous. That's why we make fun of teenage girls so much, for everything from selfies to slang words that they use to you know,
makeup and nails,
autumn-themed coffees, you know, whatever it is. And yet teen girls have often been tastemakers culturally. Through history.
Especially linguistically and, you know, in fashion and stuff. They really are on the leading edge of things that society then adopts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to take a sidebar here and go into, like, the original terming of the word virgin had nothing to do with a woman's, like, whether she had had sex or not. It just had to do with, like, a young woman who was not yet married.
Independent of a man.
Exactly.
So actually it's a woman who has left her father's house but has not gone to a husband's.
House.
So that's why priestesses were virgins.
Yeah.
Not that they didn't have sex, and they frequently had sex with each other, but that they were not under the control of a man.
Yeah.
And Carrie is actually very much an example of that because she doesn't have, her dad's absent.
Yeah.
And
I mean, she is very much under the control of her mother, but she is this figure.
We criticized The Witch for being, you know, too much what it should be expected to be.
Yeah.
To, like, I don't want to say predictable because we didn't think it would be that predictable. Mm-hmm. And Carrie also trades on some pretty serious tropes, but it might originate some of them.
As much as Carrie explores the power of teenage girls, it also does explore the way teenage girls can exert that power. Most bizarrely for us, and obviously in the Mean Girls' plan to, you know, dump pig's blood on Carrie, which she gets her boyfriend to execute while she's giving him a blowjob. So she's taking the power. I'm very confused as to how she's speaking, but
she is speaking through that whole scene. It's so funny.
It doesn't. I'm like, okay, but whatever. But it is about. I mean, the active agents of every decision in this movie are teenage girls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the adults are really quite impotent.
Yeah.
The gym teacher, the principal.
For as much as she tries.
They try. And her mom tries to exert
absolutely.
control of her, and at first she succeeds, but eventually, she can't match that power.
Yeah.
I am a little disappointed in the ending, only because I wanted her to, like...
It feels like Carrie's being punished at the end.
Rise up and
she gives into it, is I think the part that made me sad. That her mother cannot abide her, tries to murder her, and she kills her mother in self-defense, and then allows the house to collapse on them both.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, Carrie's mother does win in a way, because Carrie seems to believe that her power is too great to be out there.
Well, and she definitely feels like extreme remorse for having killed her mom. Maybe that she deserves to die for having done that. Like,
You're right.
But, you know, the movie sets up blaming Carrie for all kinds of things. Like, from the very first moment she gets her period, like...
Well, from the very first moment, she misses the volleyball shot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then her period, like, everything is her fault.
Yeah. I really just wanted the end when her hand came up out of the ground to that to be followed by her coming up out of the ground and then going on to
Well, there is a
avenge.
sequel.
That's a superhero origin story, like a modern day Giselle almost, like avenging all the wrongs.
But yeah, it's a tragedy in that she gives into the feeling that she is to blame rather than overcoming it, learning something, and then going on a new forward trajectory.
Yeah. A fun experience we both had, which I don't know how universal this is. Throughout the whole thing, Amy Irving's character and her boyfriend, the great American hero.
Oh my God.
I can't remember. But
The whole time.
we were like, wait,
Do they-
are they in on it? Are they setting her up? Are they really trying to help her? Does he really like her? Like, what's going on? And it wasn't until the very moment where Amy Irving realizes
sees the rope she's next to and where it goes that we're like,
and tries to stop it.
oh,
and we're like,
God.
oh, she did have some real friends.
Just one person cared even a little bit about her.
Yeah. I mean, the gym teacher did the whole time.
But she does from a weirdly patriarchal space. She's
Yeah.
like, wouldn't you look prettier if... You know, and I'm like,
don't you want to go to the... Like, here's Carrie going, they just asked me to the prom to make fun of me.
Yeah.
And the gym teacher's like, but what if not?
yeah, and it's
What
like,
if not?
well, unfortunately, she was right.
Yeah.
Her mom's got some crazy conspiracy theories. I could go down that crack wormhole on Wikipedia for hours.
And that would be like a really funny, unreliable narrator also.
Yeah.
Like the fact that she thinks that she can stave off Carrie's first period if she's good enough. I didn't even know that was a thing that Christian women
I don't know
believe.
if that's... Stephen King may have made that up, but I don't know. I'd like to read more about this.
Well, I hesitate to give Sue an army.
I
because
give Sue an
She does
army.
have a good arc, which is the arc of the redeemed bully.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, like, I just want to empower any woman who sees somebody getting mistreated and stands up for them.
Totally.
In whatever way that is.
Totally.
That means we're electing Carrie.
Yes. Actually electing her real prom queen.
Aww. Well, she didn't really get elected, but we would elect her. She's elected in our
Carrie.
hearts.
Student body president.
Aww.